Episode of Cisco Reads Books. Today we're going to be talking about a book review. Today we're going to be going over the complete works of H.P. Lovecraft, Volume 1 and 2. So I don't have the physical books of these ones. I read these on Audible. So yeah, I mean, eventually I'd like to have the hard copies of these, but as of right now, I just don't. These books are fantastic, all in all. I mean, H.P. Lovecraft is one of those seminal figures in cosmic horror. I mean, he's basically the father of cosmic horror, with a couple others that came before him, but not on the scale that Lovecraft did. He created an entire mythos with him and Clark Ashton Smith, Robert E. Howard, and a couple others that encompasses gods that nobody has ever heard of, like Cthulhu and Yog-Sothoth, and all of these other ones. You can see the picture of Hastur, the Yellow King, over there. The mythos is fantastic. There's nothing much of it, like you can say about that. His early works, yeah, they're not so great, but I mean, this collection has everything in publication order. Um, the first volume goes from his earliest writings to, I think it was like 19 ghost written work. So the first one goes up to 1928, and then the second one goes from 1928 to 1938. Most of the mythos related stories are in the second volume, um, along with stories like in the Mountains of Madness, and some of the really good works of mythos fiction. But I mean, Volume 1 has its good stuff too, Rats in the Walls and just other good stories in there. A lot of the episodic ones are in Volume 2. But I mean, all in all, I mean, the complete works of H.P. Lovecraft, you read this if you want to get all of Lovecraft. There are definitely better anthologies of his work that just includes either the mythos stories or just the non-mythos stories, and you can find those. I mean, this Omnibus version, Volume 1 and Volume 2, are more or less for the completist that wants to read his work going from the beginning to the end. Just be wary. I mean, the beginning stories have a bunch of his Georgian style poetry. It sucks. It's terrible. Why he ever wrote poetry in that style baffles me. It is not an entertaining style of poetry. But he found a place for it in his early stories and going through some of the other ones as well. But I mean, it's a good thing he stuck to his day job of writing fiction and revising clients' fiction, because goddamn, that poetry is horrible. But yeah, I mean, the stories in here are fantastic. Like I said, it's more for the completionist that wants to read everything in publication order. But there are definitely, like, the um, Oxford Press, or whatever the hell that's called, the one that's basically competing with Penguin Classics now. The Oxford Classics, yeah. That version is really good. It's more concise and has a lot of the good stuff in it without so much of the earlier shit that he wrote. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't like H.P. Lovecraft? I know he's like canceled nowadays because he was a racist and whatnot, but he's a product of his time. That's the same with Robert E. Howard, Clark Ashton Smith. They all grew up in that era. Like, casual racism was a thing. And, I'm not glorifying it. I'm not justifying it. But, they're products of their time. Yeah, when you get past that aspect of the writing, I think the merit shows through. I mean, Robert E. Howard, Clark Ashton Smith, and H.P. Lovecraft were the three big three at Weird Tales, and they are so for a reason. These guys, they held it down. They basically kept that magazine open until uh, Howard and HP died. So he's one of the greats. And I highly recommend that if you do want to read everything that HP wrote, then you do it because, I mean, there's no collection like this one. This is the Pulp Lit production publishing company who made this. And I mean, the narrator's great. Everything about this is great. I think I've listened to this like 2 or 3 times now, but now that I have a channel, I got to review it. So, definitely worth your time. H.P. Lovecraft, check him out. He's not just a racist, he's also a terrible poet and a fantastic creator of horror.